And what's up, freaks? It's been a minute. I wanted to really be focused on what we're doing with the car. And trust me, we have a lot of ground to cover. We've been on quite the learning curve. And I might actually break this up into like a 2 or 3 part series just to get us caught up to where we're at right now. Are you ready, Gump? Let's go!
To some losses through the process had me furious, but I got eyes on the vision, can't get delirious. Fall in love with the game and then you marry it. I think I married it. This the anthem. If you rockin' with it, put your hands up. Yeah, this the anthem. If you get up and get it, put your hands up.
What's up, freaks? We just got back from World Cup at 4 in the morning is when we made it back. And straight to work on the car. Tyler Hassing over at Force Engineering had the block and everything ready to go pretty much before we left, but it's ready now. So I got it. So I got to dig out an oil filter housing. But before I do that, I got a weird thing where I got to rake up the leaves in this area. I don't want to stomp them in the ground. I don't like it when I'm snow blowing and they get caught up. Just a weird thing. So we're going to do that. Then we're going to jump into car stuff. I'm daggum fired up. Hopefully, because it's freaking cold as balls out here, but we're making it work. So I'm excited, man. I can't wait to hear this car run. It's like, it's going to be the fuel I needed to keep going because we had a rough year this year and I'm ready for a comeback here. So let's start now. All right, so I did what I always do and I got carried away on the grind. Since I've been back from World Cup, here's a confession. Going into World Cup, I've been feeling really off lately. For the first time in a long time, not really sure what direction I'm exactly headed. I'm not saying I just, nailed that down, but being at World Cup, essentially representing myself while being with Precision Turbo, was kind of a game changer for me. It reminded me why I do this. I was blessed enough to meet a bunch of people that also reminded me why I do this. And I was blessed enough to talk to people I've known who basically told me they support me no matter what I do. And sometimes that just feels amazing. Ultimately, I'm doing whatever I do for me. So, I mean, it doesn't, it's not make or break for somebody else to care about what I'm doing. But it's nice to know they support me no matter what path I take. But anyway, yeah, doing the dang thing. We did take out the electric water pump. We are switching it back to the OEM, belt style. So I'm going to have to make a 16A line to go from there to the radiator. I really think that is cool of an idea as it was to have this on there to protect that engine going in there. That didn't work. So I'm going to do something with that. Not sure. Anyway, look at that. Would you look at it? Just look at it. Beautiful weather out here. Oh yeah, let her rip. What's up, freaks? It's Wednesday night. We just got out of work. We're out here in Antarctica, about to go hunt down some polar bears. No, that's not true at all. We're actually out here freezing our butts off, trying to get this dang thing back together. First things first, I'm gonna go put the oil filter housing through what I'd like to call a refurbishing. A get new, because I didn't buy new. I'm gonna give it the old, wire wheel job. Put the adapters on that son of a gun. After I do that, then we'll put that on here. That is the final piece of the engine. Then I can put oil in the thing. And I'm going to also come over here and I'm going to put in the crankcase pressure sensor intake manifold. Start there. I'm waiting on some news about we'll talk about that later. See if we're going to put it together with what we got or if we're going to wait. I don't know. Do you know? All right, it's Thursday afternoon. We just got home from work and it's daggone cold out here. So, I've been struggling on filming, man. I got all the excuses in the world. The tripod broke because it's so daggone cold out. The second I touched it, the plaque said, Kasha! So, not ideal. Also, I just want to get the thing going, man. It's been a rough year, and I feel like it would just be an amazing victory to have. Just straight up. I just want to hear it run. And so, anyway, I kind of realized that I was sacrificing what I believe my purpose is. And that is to fire y'all up and share my journey. And I wasn't documenting anything because I was all up in my head about a bunch of things because we got a lot of things going on behind the scenes that nobody knows about. Most of them, honestly, I'm trying to work out things that benefit you guys. If you've ever seen a discount code on my channel, just know I've gotten 0% of that up until this point, because I always just wanted to give people who supported me a discount on things if they wanted them. I have recently recognized that it's okay to see the value that I believe I can offer, and I am daggum going broke chasing this. If I'm just going to be cut and dry, honest, it's eating my bank account alive. And I've always done like reels and videos and stuff for people for free, and I can't sell myself short anymore. So I'm working on some actual behind the scenes deals to hopefully help both of us and, kind of help me stay off the struggle bus, but keep chasing this dream. These are all excuses. So what I'm going to do is cover step by step. I have my intake manifold up here sitting. Dumb, because I didn't have the gasket. Anyway, I got this on. That is proper. We were going to switch over back to the regular style water pump. However, the water tube interfered with where my EGT bungs go. So that's a no-go. So I am going to switch it back over to the electric water pump setup for now. And then we'll talk about that later. After that, I am going to put oil in the car. I am going to hook up hoses. I am going to do the stuff so that the car will do the daggum thing. Anyway, enough yapping. Probably not dramatic breath. Anyway, let's get to daggum work. So I've been making decent progress, but finding little stupid changes. Like I had to change the oil filter housing, so none of the sensors line up in the right spot anymore. The oil cooler option is gone. And that was creating a little bit of a conundrum. I was trying to multitask and daggum, put transmission fluid in and do this and do that because I'm getting excited because I'm getting closer to the end of the car. And I kept telling myself, just soak it in and, enjoy putting the car back together and just do one thing at a time. No, instead, I wanted to waste $100 probably in trans fluid because I freaking didn't put this other axle in yet. Golly. So, needless to say, sometimes I know when to walk away, and I'm going to put kitty litter on this and call it a night. The goal is to have the car running by this weekend. I can filter that probably, right? Coffee filter. Sure, everything will be fine. It's all fine. It's just money. Who cares? I got so much of it. Yeah. Good times. What's up, freaks? It's Friday, and I did something I usually would not do, but it's like 60 degrees out, and I was like, man, I really want to clean it up, and I want to wash it out, because transmission fluid freaking stinks. This is wood, it absorbs. So I left work early, because I'm going to have to hook the hoses up, run them, because it's Michigan winter, freezing, all kinds of crap, but it looks like it actually soaked up quite a bit, so that's going to make some of that a little bit easier to handle. Anyway, I'm going to get my butt to work before the sun goes. Oh my gosh, look at this dork. Freaking 60 degrees outside and he's acting like he's on summer vacation. Daggum went swimming. What are you, my kid? Who invited you? Anyway, time to get this daggum crap cleaned up. Well, I guess it's now or never, right? What we got to lose now? Call that a night because we can. I don't even hear anything happening. Which is the weird part. Oh, well, maybe that's why. Jeepers creepers, dude. That could be a thing. Something ain't something in. I don't like something. It attempted to shift into second gear, but it almost seemed like it had commitment issues. And as soon as it went into second gear, it's like the whole thing died.
Oh.
So, that's why I just went so slow.
Okay.
Because I didn't. But there are some variables that play here, but I just can't imagine they'd affect it like this. So, like, it's about 80 degrees cooler.
Mm-hmm.
And all that stuff could affect some of the feeling. But, like, first gear wouldn't feel like it does in my head if second gear wasn't going to do. It wouldn't just be different because it's in a different gear.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's here. I don't know. We'll find out.
Okay.
So I'm going to do my best to just catch up real quick. I'm not sure how I'm going to edit any of the tiny clips that I've put into this because I really honestly wanted getting the car back and going to be mine. It has been an extremely tough year on me mentally and financially, and I've never lost sight of the end goals that I have in mind, but I have been tested beyond a level that I could have imagined, if I'm being honest. And so I was just trying to get a moral victory and enjoy the process and be a part of it. So that's why I didn't really film much of it. I mean, putting the car back together, to me, is self-explanatory, I guess, to an extent, because it's my car. Figuring out the wiring was kind of a pain in the dick. But we got the car running, we went down the road, and I could tell it wasn't wanting to leave first gear. Second gear, it would like go to it, but not really. And then eventually, I was like, okay, I got to tear the car apart. I tore the valve body out to start simple. Double checked it, put it back in, and then now I don't have first gear. So it like goes into first gear, but it don't want to move in first gear. So that's where we're at right now. Being lazy sometimes creates more work. When I had the valve body out last time, I could have pressure tested some of these things that I'm about to pressure test now, and solved a lot of the dilemmas of knowing if the valve body was the problem or not. So we're about to do that now and hopefully get an answer. Some are theorizing that, planetaries could be stuck because it feels like you're having trans brake when they don't work. Maybe. I did find metal in the trans, did a complete tear down and put it back together and found no smoking gun. So maybe something was broken. I missed it. I was told a sprag could be upside down. I was told a couple different things. I am trying to not pull the transmission unless I have to, but if I have to, I will. I'm not afraid to do the work. Never have been. The reality is, I know sometimes it takes money to fix some of these problems or parts, and like I said about 10 seconds ago, I just simply don't have it. So I'm doing what I can to get back on the track, and we've had a victory every year since we've taken racing serious. I'd love to have a shot at getting a victory this year again. It may take traveling to Florida or North Carolina. I'm okay with that. But before we can even think about that, we got to get the car functioning properly. So, welcome to Barn Built Dreams, keeping it real. Let's get this daggum thing tested now. Whoa, that didn't work at all, did it? Rear clutch. So that tells me this is the rear clutch port. That tells me it's holding air, correct? The front clutch is, what is spinning? Oh, that's probably fluid going back in. Freaking neck, getting my back all hurt. It's work, baby, come on. So this video has ultimately turned into a series of just updates of what I'm doing and not showing any of it. So I did put in a different valve body and got the exact same result. I had a socket fall on my eyeball, not a socket, a ratchet with a socket. And I felt like I deserved it, if I'm being honest. It looks like it's leaking, that's good. Anyway, new valve body change, nothing. I don't have the technical side of how everything works and the understanding of everything, but I will say this, my instinct is telling me that band is not releasing. It would apply just fine on the pressure test. The release didn't seem like there was much movement, but I guess I justified it because it looked like it didn't need to release much because it was, I don't know, you might just pull the dang thing. I've already got most of it apart. I'm just gonna keep digging and get this other axle out and probably just pull it and check it out of the car. It's probably the best move to make right now, even though it's annoying. It's fine, everything's fine. It's all fine, it's fine. But not really boobing. This is part of race cars and stuff. It just sucks sometimes not having the knowledge to like diagnose things. And then I get to look at the positive and look at all the knowledge I've literally gained in the last 8 hours by having to diagnose things. So that's a cool flip on perspective. So my perspective is I'm getting to learn a bunch. Ultimately, I will get the result I want. I will not stop. I never do, never have. So it's time to start digging. So while I'm editing the video right now, I noticed that I never clarified again because I was running like a madman trying to just get the car doing the thing. Well, John Capizzi, guess what, dude? You called it from the start. I should have trusted you anyway. Obviously, you are the trans magician for a reason. So he said the sprag was most likely upside down. It's a common issue in those Mitsubishi Hyundai type things. And I tried taking the lazy route, switching out the valve body. You'll see that causes an entirely new set of problems. But anyway, the car does move for now. So that's where we're at. So if I understand that diagram properly, this should rotate that way and not that way. Correct? Outside of the barn on our own power in first gear. So, boom! That's all the progress for today's video. And I mean boom, literally. Did y'all hear that pop? If you want to know what that is, you'll have to see in the next video. For right now, we are on the learning curve of learning curves. It's all learning. But learning is progress, so I'm not mad at it. And speaking of progress, how's the progress going on your projects? Y'all out there wrenching on them? What? Oh. Gumpy says, if you're not, they're not getting done. So get your butt out in the garage or barn, wherever you gotta go, and start wrenching on them suckers. Until next time, I encourage y'all to be just like Gumpy is with this ball. And get out there. Get outside your comfort zone. Feed dreams with Star Fears, y'all.